In the wild, every mother faces the same impossible truth. One day, her child must leave. No matter how many dangers she fought, no matter how many meals she found, no matter how many times she saved its life, a mother cannot protect forever. And for one honey badger family, the final lesson is the hardest one of all. The African morning arrives. Golden sunlight spreads across the grasslands. The young honey badger moves through the wilderness alone. Not the helpless cub from before, not the frightened youngster hiding behind its mother, a survivor. Its journey began underground, inside a small burrow where every sound was unfamiliar, where every shadow was dangerous, where survival depended on one thing, its mother. She taught it everything: how to find food, how to follow a scent, how to escape danger, how to fight when necessary, and most importantly, when not to fight. Now, the young honey badger has its own territory, its own hunting paths, its own choices. But the wilderness never stops testing. The dry season returns. The land becomes harsh again. Food becomes harder to find. Water becomes precious. The same challenges that shaped its mother are now shaping it. One evening, the young honey badger searches near a rocky area. A familiar smell reaches its nose: fresh prey. It begins digging, but the ground is harder than expected. The tunnel collapses. For a moment, it stops. Years ago, it would have waited for its mother, but now it remembers. Patience, observation, adaptation. It changes direction, finds another entrance, and succeeds. The lesson lives on. Far away, an older honey badger moves slowly through the grass. The mother. She is still surviving, still hunting, still following the same instincts. For a brief moment, their paths cross. The young honey badger recognizes the scent. It stops. The mother stops too. They look at each other. No words, no sound, only a memory. The mother sees what she created, a survivor. The cub she once carried can now stand alone. They do not travel together. They do not return to the old burrow, because nature has its own rules. The purpose of raising a young animal is not to keep it close forever. It is to prepare it for a world without you. The two honey badgers walk away in opposite directions. Two separate lives, two separate journeys, but connected by every lesson, every battle, every moment of survival. The young honey badger disappears into the African wilderness. Ahead, there will be predators, there will be hunger, there will be danger. But there will also be opportunities, new territories, new discoveries, and maybe someday, a new generation.
The honey badger is often called fearless, but that is not the truth. Fear exists, danger exists, pain exists. What makes the honey badger extraordinary is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to survive despite it. A mother gave her cub more than food, more than protection. She gave it knowledge. And in the wild, knowledge is the greatest weapon of all, because every survivor carries the lessons of those who came before. This was the story of a honey badger cub, from its first breath to its first steps alone. A journey of courage, a journey of survival, a journey through Africa's toughest wilderness.